All right, everybody, welcome back to the PPC Aruba World Championships 2016 edition. It is all over, and Steven Deutsch, a double victory, as not only does he claim the main event championship and will be our world champion for 2016, but is also the 2016 PPC Player of the Year, as he had to do it on the last card of the series. Unbelievable run. Steven, first off, congratulations. What a great victory.
Thank you so much. It was great. I can't tell you how many emotions are going through my head right now. What a fun tournament that was, and for me to get that win was just everything I dreamed of. So I was so happy.
Well, of course, you got here by winning a main event over at Maryland Live in a tournament that was so tight for so long. And take us through the road to getting to Aruba real quick about what that win was.
Well, when I first played the PPC, I don't play too many tournaments. I'm more of a cash game player, but I decided to play it. It had a really great structure. The very first day one of the Maryland Live, I don't think I saw but one pair. I saw a pair of 8s the entire first day, and I ended up coming in with like 100,000. And amazingly, I made it through that entire tournament. I only had my chips at risk once the entire tournament. I had aces, somebody had kings, and I was able to get a 5-way chop. And it was kind of unbelievable. I didn't really expect myself to run that deep, and it was great when it happened.
So you win your way down here. What was your battle plan for this thing? Because obviously you know there's going to be some great pros. You're going to be seeing players from all over the North America coming down here that have won events and done well. What were you thinking as you stepped off the plane getting ready to play?
Well, to me, it's I take every hand like one hand at a time. I don't think too much about it. I say what's the most equity I can get out of whatever play, and I try to watch people, and I usually do my best when I'm patient. I stay at a table, I'm able to watch them, and I can kind of figure things out. And, I just wait till things come to me. I don't try to create too much unless I think it's necessary to create. And I think that I've always had that philosophy in tournaments, and it's really paid off today. So.
Of course, you sailed through day one, got over 100,000 chips, end up getting down here with the last 18 and on day two. And it was really an interesting dynamic how the table split worked out that we know, because a lot of the big stacks and a lot of the pros ended up on one table. You're over there on the other. I mean, what was that like seeing how that turned out?
Oh, that was terrible for me. I had like 300,000, and they, at the table I was at, they got split up. I had close to what the top chip stack was. I got put somewhere where I had nobody covered. Everybody had big chips, and the other table had like no chips. And on top of that, there were ridiculously good players that I've seen on television or heard about, that I'm sure a lot better than me. And I really had to hang in there. And I got really fortunate with a double up. I played, I think his name was Steve Karp, I think was his name.
Yep.
I happened to get a double up off when he was short stacked, and from there I was able to ride kind of a little wave, and then they switched me over to the other table, and I was able to pick up like 300,000 or 400,000 to get myself in like a good spot for the final table.
So then coming into the final table today, still a lot of talent coming in there. I know you were probably looking pretty hard at that table draw. What were you thinking when we hit today's play?
Why in the world was I to the right of Dorian Rios, who's incredibly aggressive player? I just saw the table draw last night and my heart dropped. He's just so aggressive, and it really made me have to like tighten my range and like be aware of what he was gonna do. He likes to call, he likes to float, he likes to try different things to throw off your rhythm, and he was there the entire time, and even down to the final 3, it was almost impossible to get rid of. So, that was tough. And then on top of that, when we were down to the final 9, I think it's just so many tough players. And I don't have a whole lot of tournament experience, so like me trying to figure out the chip stacks was a little tough. And I think other people had a better grasp of that. So, I'm figuring it out a little bit at a time.
Well, we got three-handed, and you had actually taken the lead at the last break with from Beadnell, and of course Rios was short stacked. What was the battle plan when you came back?
Rios liked to battle, I think, what was his name? Mike or Jim?
Jim, yeah.
Jim, in the small blind. So I was going to let him battle, and I kind of just let that go because I just wanted somebody heads up. I had like 2.5, 2.6 million. I was pretty confident in my 2.6 million. So I really wanted somebody heads up, and it kind of worked out for me a little bit. They went back and forth for a long time, and I don't even think I was really included in a lot of it. So it worked to my advantage. I got included in the very end, but that was pretty much my strategy.
Then the heads up against Jim, what were you thinking?
I had, I think, a 2-1 chip lead, and I actually have a lot of heads up experience, so I was pretty confident in my game. I knew there was going to be some. I got a lot of good hands early on, and I was able to whittle him down to like about nothing. And then he doubled up, and then on the last double up, it was kind of like, I don't know, it was very iffy. I just, pocket pair heads up, I felt like going for it, and worked out for me. So
that last card hits the board. You are the PPC Aruba World Champion. You are also the PPC Poker Tour 2016 Player of the Year. What went through your mind when it was finally over?
I was just so happy. I was so happy. I had taken a big risk to quit my job and play poker. And this was such a huge payoff to all the people who supported me, like my mom and my dad and my wife and her family. And I couldn't ask for anything more. And it's just an absolutely wonderful feeling. I can't even tell you how great it feels right now.
Anything you want to mention about the tournament staff out here in the PPC Poker Tour and your thoughts about it?
Excellent. I mean, I thought it was great. I mean, I love the structure of this tournament. I had my chips at risk twice the entire tournament before the final table. That's it. One, I had aces versus kings on day one when I was really short stacks, and then the queens versus ace two, and that was it. And I mean, for that structure to be run like that, and I know you guys are running around trying to make everything happen. It went so fluid. It felt so good. And everybody's been so inviting. Dealers have been great. I can't say enough about what you guys have done. And you've even stayed up. I mean, I see the blog entries at like 6 a.m. That's wonderful. A lot of people that play this care about that. So thanks a lot.
Well, you're very welcome. Well, of course, the honors go to you tonight, as you're going to get to celebrate. What are you going to do tonight?
I don't even know. There's nobody here. My wife couldn't come. I wish she could have came. I just, I don't know. I guess I'll call her. I maybe go out and get some drinks somewhere. I don't know. Just figure it out. It's a beautiful island. I'll find something to do, I'm sure.
Well, there you go. Well, of course, you won in package too, so maybe you can bring her back down next year.
Absolutely, yeah. This time, hopefully, she can get some time off of work, and we can do that.
Well, big congratulations to you, Stephen. Stephen Deutsch, the 2016 PPC Aruba World Championship main event champion and the 2016 PPC Poker Tour Player of the Year.
Thank you so much.
Get out there and have some fun, brother.
Right.
There you go, Stephen Deutsch, everybody. Getting the job done. He is our champion for 2016, actually a double champion. First time that's happened in tour history. And he's going to have a good time. He got a big smile on his face, and well-deserved. Congratulations, Stephen Deutsch. All right, and when we get a chance, we'll get a little wrap-up of the rest of the tournament series and our thoughts about how everything went here at the PPC Aruba World Championships. But once again, congratulations to Stephen Deutsch. Make sure you check out the blog at ppcpokertour.com, and, of course, on Twitter and Facebook at PPC Poker Tour. It's been a long week for everybody, guys. Thank you very much to everyone, and we'll have a wrap-up video here for you in just a little bit.